Okay, there you are. You're thinking, gosh, we want to buy a house. Our first home together. Oh, it's so cute. It's going to be our starter home. Some things to keep in mind.
Okay.
Some things you need. 4 things you need to have in your starter home and 4 things you really don't. 4 things you need. Number 1, a home office. It's going to come in handy at some point, probably.
And I'll tell you, especially now, after what we've been through in the past 18 months or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't think you need, or at least a dedicated workspace,
Right.
someplace in there where you can, for the kids for school, for you for work. I could see that.
You need to have room for your family to grow because odds are if you're just the 2 of you, you'll probably have a baby at some point. Good place to have 1.
Right.
And then if you're thinking about 2, then maybe it's time to move on.
Plus, if it's your first home, a lot of people, they want to host somebody. They want mom to come over, or sister. So you really do need that extra room anyways.
Yeah.
So it's important.
First home, all about convenience. Close to work, close to shopping, whatever it may be. And then lastly, the important one here, ease of renting or selling. Because you're not going to be there forever.
Right.
With a starter home, you're not looking to stay there forever. You may think, oh my gosh, this would be 10s and 20s of years. No. You need to be able to sell it.
Be realistic in your mind as to your timeline.
Yes.
Because that starter home also helps you build up equity so that you can buy a bigger, different, better home that has more yard, more rooms, whatever. But remember, look at the neighborhood you're in. Look at the area it's in. Look at the square footage. Look at things that make it more marketable for the next person to want to buy it as their starter home when you're ready to move on to your second home, or maybe, just maybe, your forever home. Because sometimes people's second home is the magic one.
Some things you may not need in your first home. A big backyard. Again, you're not there forever. Enough to get by. Second, city life. Do you need to be downtown? Not really. Can you work around that?
It depends on, again, if you're trying to get close to work, maybe. But again, sometimes you get into those downtown metro areas, you're going to pay more for it, which means it's harder to sell later if people don't qualify.
If you need central air, do you need central air in the first home? Probably not, because again, it's not forever.
Right.
Yeah. And lastly, new appliances. Do you have to have new ones? The ones you have now work fine? Yeah, again, don't blow a bunch of money on new appliances because in a few years, you're moving anyway.
Well, and the other thing to that, too, is a lot of times when you get a place, it comes with appliances. They may be a little game used. Yeah. But can they buy you a couple of years?
Yeah, exactly.
Before you buy new appliances or move on to someplace else. Yeah. You know, so don't go in thinking this has to be perfect. If it's step 1 to building equity and getting the ultimate dream home later.
Get more info on what you need and don't need for your first home right now. YesFM Facebook, Twitter at 967YesFM, and the Mercy Morning page at yesfm.com.